Hey guys, it's me, my face, a fancy new phone. This week's little jiggle brought to us by coffee, because coffee, it's never the wrong choice. You will have to forgive me, I am figuring out where all the cameras are and whatnot on this particular phone. I got a new phone. It's a Galaxy Note 20. It's not the Ultra. It's just a phone, which is good. From what I can tell on the screen so far, the camera looks amazing. So I'm happy with that. My usual phone, I can show you, has started to do this. I don't even know what this is. From what I can tell, it's the battery is possibly about to explode or something. So I have to figure out what to do about that, because I would have liked to have given this phone to my dad. So I'll see about getting it a cheap battery. We may see a lot of Dante today. She is super clingy today. I don't know if she had a tough night or what's going on, but she has been all over me. All over me. Oh, baby. You're just a princess who wants attention, huh? No, do not lean on the projects. Oh no, let's not go through this again. Okay. Let's jump in. If you're new here, my name is Andrea and my hair usually looks better than this. This is a channel about cross-stitching and ideas, drinking, cats, depression, other mental health issues, and phones, I guess. If you are a returning visitor, welcome back. Last week I had a finish. I finished the Haunted Mansion, and that means I get a new start. I'm not entirely sure why I'm using that rule, but I am. I did. I needed to have a Prairie schooler going. This is a modest start to Knock Knock. Obviously, it's 1/1. It's something that used to be 28 count before I coffee tea dyed it. It's probably a little closer to 30 at this point. Can you hear her purring? It's like having a jet ski in the room with you. But it's a start, and I have this one and the other one to do. We'll see how it goes. And this is being done in all the called for DMCs because you don't mess with Prairie schoolers. You just don't. Except for the green snowman. Nobody knows what that's about. The next thing I worked on is the Roladex Mourning sampler. This is from Bendy Stitchy. And this is done in almost none of the called for colors. I've swapped out a few things. I have a couple of maybes, so I haven't put out the actual conversion yet. Let's see how it looks once it's done, and then we'll decide if anybody actually wants to know what I did. But this is being done on 16 count Ren. Picture this plus. I just hit myself in the face. That's fine. I had been waffling, considering, stressing over the border. The border on the recommended thread for the border, I do not have. And so I was auditioning some, and I was hemming and hawing and saying, well, I'll leave it till last, this, that, and the other thing. And then I got a little envelope in the mail. When the designer, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, when the designer sends you the thread and says, just use this and hush up. She didn't say exactly that, but in my head, that's what it sounds like. You just do what you're told. You just do what you're told. So the problem is solved. The border will be done in moss, and it will look amazing. So I thank Michelle for this. She is a very generous soul, and I am going to find a way to get at least some money for some postage. She gives away so many things. So many things. and her shipping costs have to be outrageous. So I am going to go and try to support her by sending her some postage money. If you can go and support her by watching her channel, by getting involved with her auctions, purchasing her patterns, she has a Patreon, she has a million ways that you can help support the things that she does. Go do that. Please. So anyway, what I managed to get done was a little more of the gate. And now I have this in Pattern Keeper because Michelle, she just never stops. So I was able to work on this much, much quicker this week than I have in the past weeks. And I have to say it was not as hard as I thought it would be to get my conversion into Pattern Keeper. It took me like a couple of minutes. There was a learning curve of what I needed to do to make things look reasonable. But once I had it done, because there are not many colors in this, away I have gone. The last thing that I worked on this week is Templar Prophecy. This is from Long Dog Samplers. And it is being done on 32 count, 2/2. And I only know that because somebody, my friend Laura, just recently asked me that. This is Vintage Country Mocha. And I managed to fill in a lot more over here. Where am I looking? Yeah, I got these 2 stars. I'd say filled in, but I got the area around them filled in. And there was a lot of stitches. There was just a lot of stitches there. And it's easy, Andrea. It's strange because it's a big block of black, but it's a big block of black that you have to pay attention to because there are these little negative space motifs, stuff peppered in there. And even though, they can stand to be off by a stitch or two, I don't want them to be. I'm already fudging on the Death by Cross Stitch. I already had to fudge on the dragon. I don't want any more fudging. I just want to do the pattern. I want to catch up to Laura because she's kicking my butt. I want to catch up to Laura. And I did not start the back stitch. And that is all the stitching I did this week. I got the smallest bit of Stitchy haul. You're probably seeing a picture right now. I actually bought an over-the-door hook to hold the patterns or the pieces that I have on scroll frames, because I had them stacked in a corner, and then every time I tried to move them, they all fell down. I didn't want to put them down near the floor because cat. I didn't want to put them in the closet because if I put them in the closet, I will never open that closet door and work on them ever again. So now I have them in a place that I can reach them easily and work with them, but I can keep them up and safe, but not forget about them. So I am recommending that, and I will put a link to it below. It will be an affiliate link for Amazon, and do recommend. Always recommend coffee. Always. It doesn't even have to have Kahlua in it. This doesn't have Kahlua in it. It just has coffee and powdered creamer. Because sometimes I am a barbarian. I received a package in the mail. I actually received an email with somebody asking if they could send me some patterns. And, my first instinct is, no. Then I read the ones that she had. Guys, I said yes. I allowed somebody to, embrace the joy of giving and send me free patterns. these are not just any patterns. These were from Pat, who is just lovely. She is darling. She is generous. Let me show you what she got. What I got. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put these in a different order here. First of all, maybe you've heard of it. This is Spring at Hawk Run Hollow. Let me tell you something. Spring is not my gig. I want this. I'm not even done with my first Hawk Run Hollow. And you know, this is a trend because I didn't buy the first Hawk Run Hollow, the Halloween one. That was a gift. I believe a lovely lady named Carol gave me that ages ago, and I have just little itty bitty progress on it. But yeah, this I'm in. I'm in. So she sent that. And because, you know, there is more than just a couple of Hawk Run Hollows. Yeah. This is the farms of Hawk Run Hollow. Are you seeing this? Do you see the red barn? I like the red barn. Yeah, I'm gonna have so much Hawk Run in my life. That makes for the best life. But nothing. This is the thing that really caught my eye and made me say yes. And I don't even know what I'm going to say there. This is, it's Praiseworthy Stitches. It's Seedy Pumpkin Cottage. Guys, look at it. Look at it. I have been looking at these patterns for years. I have them pinned. I have pictures of them pinned. I don't have the actual patterns pinned because no. You know, once in a while I go over to 123 Stitch and I look through them and I say, oh, they're so cute, but so many threads and so many fancy this and the fabric and the whole, and I just never quite get to. She sent it to me. She sent me the pattern. This thing is a book. It's a book. I can't wait to start it. I can't wait to start it. I may make this my Halloween start. I know, it would be strange to start it on Halloween. It's not strange for me because I think that's what I want to do, which means I have to get to ordering some fabric and some floss. There is a lot of floss. There's a lot of floss that I can probably pull from stash. Probably, but there is some, I think there are some that I am definitely going to want to use the call fors. If you've done this, let me know, like, how it, did you sub out any colors? Were there any colors that you only need like 2 stitches for or something like that? Just, you know, share with me. So, Pat, I am unbelievably grateful to you for your gifts, your generosity, and just thinking of me when you know, found things that you weren't going to stitch and wanted to get into good hands. I'm thankful that you thought of me. But guys, let's put the moratorium up again of sending me patterns and things like this. I have so many patterns that were sent to me that I am approaching the, you know, I have more patterns than I can stitch in a lifetime kind of thing. And I am getting better at accepting gifts and praise and things like that, but I'm not all there yet. I'm not all there at all. So I'm just gonna say I am good. I am good. If somebody feels the need that they want to, you know, express some sort of, you know, I really enjoy your videos, I would like to do this. Like I said, go visit Michelle, Bendy Stitchy, go bid on her auctions. If you have a local animal shelter, something like that, please give them a few dollars. Um, I'm good right now. I'm so excited. I was clearing out some of my shelves the other day and I came across Suffrage Act, which I believe I finished in like April. And because COVID, I said, well, I'll wait to give it away until I can get back to the post office. And here we are. So we're just going to go ahead and give that away this week. This is just the pattern. This is a paper pattern. I did not write on it. I used I believe I scanned it and marked it off in a PDF format. So it's clean. It's pretty much, you know, as if it hasn't been used. It just sat on the shelf. I will not fold this up weird. I will mail it in a flat mailer and get it to you. I will send it anywhere in the world. I have recently sent something to China in Chinese. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's gotten there yet, but so I will send anywhere at all. As you know, or you may not know, I do my giveaways just a little differently than other people. We're not going to do a keyword for me to search for in the comments. I'm going to send you to a link in the description to my Google form. What I do is I ask for, you know, your usual stuff, your name, your email address, your YouTube ID, and your mailing address. And you don't need to give me your mailing address until you win. It's just quicker if I have your address and you win and I just mail your thing. Otherwise, we have to communicate. And, you know, I'm not always really good at that communicating thing. So what I do is I have all those responses pushed into a spreadsheet, and then we just use the random number picker to pick the winner. After the contest is over and I have mailed it out, I delete all the responses, so it's not like your information is hanging around anywhere. So we start fresh every time. So if you have entered in other ones, those entries are gone, so you're going to need to re-enter for this one. And I think this is a great time to start Suffrage Act. What with our upcoming American elections. It's going to go great. It's going to go great. I know it is. It's going to go great. That's about all the regular business I've got going on. I've been doing a little shopping lately, but not like a lot of, like a new case is coming for my new phone. I bought a couple of organizers, things like that. I went to the Dollar Tree yesterday and bought some napkins and things for scrapbooking, but I am spending more time with the collecting of things than the using of things. So I think I was just buying because I wanted to buy some things. It was the first time I had really been out of the house in a long time, so I was just out and doing things. I bought myself a nice fall garland to put up behind me, and every time I tried to do something with it, the cat was all over me, so putting it up there is probably not the best idea. I'll find a use for it, don't worry. This week has been really tough. It's hard to explain why. My last therapy visit, it's online, was very intense. There was a lot that went on. And that's exhausting. It's good. I mean, that's what you're looking for, is these kind of major moments. But yeah, it was draining. It's been sitting in the back of my head, you know, all week, and it's just kind of always there. So I got to work through that. But I tell you what has helped me through a lot of this is you guys and the community. And, you know, not to fangirl way too much, but Michelle, Bendy Stitchy, I have to shout out her live Stitch with Me's because they are so interactive and they make me feel like I am actually part of a conversation amongst people. It's not just kind of one of those one-on-ones like I'm talking to her and getting a response back, and that it's you're in a chat room with multiple people, and I'm talking to some of them and she's picking up on what we're talking about, and there's multiple conversations and there's actual life. I know I mentioned before that I was looking to try to get into some Zoom calls or things like that, and wonderful people reached out to me and I did nothing about it because I couldn't, and I regret that. I regret that a lot. But yeah, maybe it's time for me to just start my own little Zoom stitch along chat. I don't think I would do well with a live video on YouTube because I don't think I could stitch and keep track of that chat room. I think it has to be more like a video call where I can be stitching and then listening and talking to people at the same time. So yeah, maybe it's just time for me to start one up and see how it goes. We'll see. Keep an eye on my Instagram because I think that would be where I would most likely just post something and say, hey, you know, go to my site and pick up the link. First 10 people get into the room or something like that. I should be so lucky that I get 10 people in a room. But yeah, I think that's probably where I would announce it if it was happening. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm talking about it, which puts me one step closer to actually doing it. Not a big step, but a step. I think that's it for me this week. Please make sure that if you are interested in the Suffrage Act pattern, that you fill out the Google form by Thursday the something. It's over there. And I will pick a winner probably Friday or Saturday and then announce on Sunday. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. But mostly thank you for your comments. I appreciate them and I read every single one of them. And I am working through them, even though it doesn't look like it. I promise. Bye, guys.